Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us on Insta Talk, where we do all the talking by covering all the latest stories on social media by your favorite influencers, bloggers, and lifestyle experts. I'm your host Dina, and today we will be focusing on Cancer Month. We will start by discussing the stigma around cancer sufferers and share a touching story from Jocelyne Elia as she talks about how she dealt with the news of her cancer diagnosis. Rana is on the show again talking about Kenzo. Our health coach and plant-based activist chef Daniella Malfitano is here to talk about all the pros of probiotics. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A recent study found that scientists expect a significant increase in avoidable cancer-related deaths this year, including from breast cancer because of the pandemic. So now it's perhaps more vital than ever to openly discuss cancer. We're speaking to Jocelyne Elia, a writer and cancer survivor, to discuss the importance of ending the stigma that surrounds the word cancer, why cancer patients don't want your sympathy, and hear about her personal journey. Let's welcome Jocelyne. Jocelyne, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Dina. Thank you for having me.
Now, you are a cancer survivor, which is brilliant, who has recovered from breast cancer. Let's get a bit of background and tell me, when did you actually find out that you had cancer?
This is something really close to my heart now. I like to talk about it. And before I tell you how I found out about it, there are people who don't like about cancer to talk about cancer, or if they had any kind of experience with cancer, they don't like to talk about it. Some people die and we don't know why, and we find out afterwards that they died out of cancer, but they don't like to talk about it. But in my case, I discovered my cancer last May, so it was like a year ago, and it was just by chance. I was away, and I just felt a lump in my left breast. And when I went back home, the first thing was on my mind, although that we don't have any history of breast cancer, was to go and have it checked. So just out of nowhere, I became, like part of something totally new in my life. I never experienced anything like this in my life, from being on holiday, for feeling a lump, that it could be anything. And by the way, a lump doesn't mean, if you find a lump, it doesn't mean that you have cancer. It could be anything, but you have to go and check it. So the whole journey started in May last year.
Now, let's just start focusing on how you and the people around you dealt with the news, obviously, since you've discovered it last May. What was the biggest change in people's behavior when you told them that you actually have cancer?
I'm so glad you asked me this question, Dina, because me personally, after going through this journey, I started thinking that maybe I have to write not a book, a leaflet, a booklet, just for the people who surround the patient, just to know how to deal with someone with breast cancer or any other illness. Because, like some people, they show lots of sympathy. And some people, they back off. Some people, they become so emotional, and it's not good for the patient, because, you need to surround yourself by positivity, by people who would give you the strength. But, if you are with me and you start crying, you're not going to help me. You're going to make it even worse for myself. So yes, people change around you, even from like, the closest people to you. I'm talking about maybe your mom, your closest people, your sister. Not everyone knows how to deal with a cancer patient. So that was like a big deal for me. Like when I found out, for me, it was okay, because I was ready. Ready to hear anything, and I had to face it. But I had to be positive first, and secondly, I have to really face it with courage. But I had some friends who really cried a lot, who made me feel so bad, because always we have the stigma, especially in the Middle East, that cancer equals death. But it's not the case. If you find it and if you catch it early, you can get a cure.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Now, a lot of people will want to know what questions you can ask when a friend, for example, has been diagnosed with cancer, since obviously you're saying how people change their behavior and attitude. Should people stop worrying about this?
I think, in my opinion, I'd rather have my friends behaving as normal.
Right.
Because I don't like anyone to feel sorry for me, because if you're not well, you don't want anybody, to give you this kind of bitterness. Okay, you can stand by me, you can show me your support, but I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. So some people, when they change, when they ask you questions, it's like, to give you an example, like some people were asking about my hair. What's going to happen to my hair? This is really, it hurts, because, the last thing on my mind was like anything, talking about my hair or anything aesthetic. When you are facing such a big thing, because, I had to go through the diagnosis, and a week later I had to do my operation, and it's a long operation. And after that, they decide it depends, what they find out during the operation. And when they take the lymph nodes, so they know what sort of treatment you need. So people who started asking me about like my hair and my looks, and you're not worried about your hair, and you're not worried about your face, and you work on television, it hurts, because I might lose my hair, but you don't need to remind me. But everything has a solution. So I would advise everyone who can listen to us now, if you are going through such a thing, if you are the patient, be positive, because if you are positive, this is, I think, 70% of the cure. The rest, leave it for the doctor, for medicine, for the medical team. But when you are feeling down, you will never feel better. And for people around you, just behave as normal as possible. Like, let's say you are my friend, talk to me as normal. Like, don't make me feel that
nothing's changed.
You're doing something extra. It hurts. So just to be careful about this stuff.
Now, going back to your situation, your case, Jocelyne, when you found out, how did you actually share this information with your family, and how did you deal with the initial shock?
To be honest with you, I was worried about everyone around me more than myself. I don't want to say I didn't care.
This is typical you, Jocelyne.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. To tell you the truth, I didn't tell anybody. I just told one friend of mine when I came back from my trip. I said to her, I found a lump. And she just said like, oh, can you feel it? Does it move? I said to her, no, it stays on. So I can see her face has changed in color, because they say if the lump stays in the same place, that means it might be cancer. And I said to her, but don't worry, I'm going to have the test. She said, I'm coming with you. No matter what, I'm going to be with you. I said, okay. But I said, no matter what, we're going to be fine. She said, yes.
Yes.
I remember when I went to the doctor and I got my results, he said that, I have good news and bad news. So I started laughing. She looked at me like that, and I said to him, okay, let's start with the good news. Yeah. He said, because we found 2 lumps. One of them is not cancer, is crystal, but the second one is cancer. And you should see what happened to my friend. So I wasn't worried about my cancer, so it didn't really register.
Right.
I was thinking about my friend. She was really devastated. And the doctor noticed that, how can I say it? I was like really composed. Yeah, I was calm. Of course. I was fine, because, you have to think that maybe it might be.
Yes.
Don't be pessimistic, but you have to think that it might be. If it's cancer, how are you going to face it? By crying? Feeling sorry for yourself is not going to cure you. So you have to be really positive, and you have to think straight. And then I started like telling, let's say, my sister, because I have to tell her, because she needs to check herself. So to tell you the truth, I thought about my daughter, that later on she will need to check herself, when she's at a certain age.
Yes.
And I didn't tell my mom. So I was telling people gradually, and that's it.
But what would you say to people about being supportive without being patronizing? How can we be supportive without being patronizing?
It's nice, like, to do stuff with us. Like, me personally, me, I love to eat out. I love to try different places. Yes. Just say, come on, let's go do something. Come over, let's watch TV. As normal as possible, but at the same time without putting pressure on the patient as well, because the cancer patient can go through like a roller coaster. So sometimes we feel okay, Sometimes we feel down, sometimes we feel really okay, sometimes we feel very tired for no reason. And I'm talking especially here when you start your treatment. It depends what sort of treatment you're having.
Yes.
So it's very, very, like, you can't predict with us. So you need someone to really understand and, to treat you as normal as possible, like before, as if there is nothing, but to take care of, like, these little things that, you have to be careful that if I'm not in the mood, don't push it.
Yeah.
Don't force me to come out. Don't say stuff that, no, come on.
Yeah.
So you have to be a bit careful because the cancer patient becomes really sensitive.
Yeah. Now, when did you find out that you are cancer-free?
It was on the 21st of November.
Brilliant.
And my birthday is on the 14th of November.
Fantastic.
And I promised myself I'm not going to celebrate my birthday until I get my results. I have the first checkup, and I'll find out. If everything is fine, I will count it as if this is my birthday, not the 14th, the 21st. And this is what happened. And to tell you the truth, I booked a very nice place with my best friend. And I promised her, I said, if everything is fine, we're going to go and celebrate. She said, what about if it's not okay? I said, we will celebrate too as well, because I survived another like 6 months.
Amazing.
And thank God I went, I did my first checkups and everything was clear. And it was really happy, like a happy moment, not only for me, for my cancer nurse, for my doctor, for the radiographer, for everybody around you, because you become like a family. You see them every day.
Yes.
So it was really nice. So I think it was one of my best days ever. I really enjoyed it.
Well, Jocelyne Elia, obviously I do love your energy. I do love your positivity. You've always been positive throughout your experience. And I do hope that through Insta Talk that you would be able to bring lots of awareness about checking the ladies checking themselves regularly, making sure that they are up to date with all the checks, and also talking about it for those that suffer from cancer, and not be afraid to actually ask for support, because I think that's probably the most crucial thing. I think.
And talk about it, Dina. Talk about it. I'm so glad that you are talking about this subject. When you asked me to talk about it, although that you know that I'm away and my time is a bit.
Of course, yes, I appreciate it, my love. Yes,
but. Honestly, this is really important. Like, in the Middle East, some people don't go for a checkup because they're always worried, scared.
It's like a taboo. It's like a taboo. Yes.
It's a taboo.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I think they think it's something personal. Yeah. Maybe they feel shy. Nothing to feel shy about. You have to go for a checkup.
Of course.
And if you catch it early, it's easy. Honestly, like I caught it early. It was like in stage 1. So it was okay, like fine. But imagine if I didn't go to the doctor, we will be talking about something totally different now.
Absolutely, God forbid. Yes.
So I would encourage everyone from your platform here, to go check yourself, especially now in October. This is the month of awareness. Just go and have a checkup. You're not going to lose anything. True. And it's better to be on the safe side.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Jocelyne Elia, who's in Beirut at the moment. Thank you so much for your time. I do hope you have a lovely time, and we would love to have you on again to bring more awareness to those that actually go through exactly.
I would love to.
Gina,
thank you.
You're more than welcome, and I do hope you have a lifetime of happiness, Juicy, because you deserve it. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. With the wellness industry worth nearly $4 trillion, it's no surprise the industry's flooded with products and trends. And for those that actually help us get healthier, there's an explosion of trends and fads that sell you a dream look. But do they benefit your health? Today we're discussing probiotics. What they are, do they work, and where they are found in natural sources. The probiotic supplements sold over the counter are said to be good for the gut, and there is so much information available to us as the consumers. How can we know what to use? Our health coach and plant-based activist, Chef Daniella Malfitano, is here to give us the skinny on our gut health with probiotics. is our gorgeous chef, Daniella Malfitano. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? You okay?
I'm doing well. It's the morning here. It's the evening there. I'm feeling good. I'm ready for my day, and I know you're ready to end your day.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. It's been a great day so far. So fingers crossed it's going to get better now with this lovely, amazing segment about probiotics. Now, I've heard that probiotics are good to include as part of a healthy diet. Can you actually explain what are probiotics?
Yes. So probiotics are living microorganisms that, when ingested, they contain numerous health benefits. So we'll get into the health benefits in a second, okay? But let me explain just simply what they are. They're usually bacteria, but they contain certain types of bacteria strains. Sometimes it can come in the form of yeast. And simply put, probiotics are just live bacteria found in foods or supplements. That's it.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. And how do they work though, Daniella?
Okay, so here's how they work. Let me explain how the body functions in this regard. The body bacteria outnumber your body cells 10 to 1. So just think about that for a second. Your bacteria outnumbers all of your body cells 10 to 1. And most of these bacteria reside right here in your gut. I'm pointing to my gut or my belly, right? Probiotics are certain types of bacteria strains that provide a boost of gut-friendly bacteria. And again, provide a ton of health benefits when eaten. So there's dozens of different probiotic bacteria strains that offer these health benefits. The most common groups of the bacteria strains, I'm going to name a few. One is included in the term lactobacillus, all right? And this is a really common one. The other one is called Bifidobacterium. And let me show you here. Here's 2 bottles of probiotic supplements. Now, the supplements are really common. They're really easy to find nowadays. And again, these each contain and comprise different species of bacteria strains, and each species has sort of a different combination of the strains. Here's another. And you'll see sometimes on the label, it'll even say like 30 billion CFUs, or sometimes it'll say, different numbers, 12 billion, 20 billion, 100 billion. And so you really kind of want to experiment, and it really just takes getting some supplements or getting it from a food form, and I can explain which foods they come from, and trying it like a couple of times per week at first, seeing what happens to your body if you feel any effects, and then watching the health benefits kind of happen as you're ingesting these over time. Consistency, you will actually feel a difference, if nothing more, for certain, in your belly.
Right. But what are the health benefits? You mentioned health benefits. What are they of enjoying probiotics?
Yeah. Okay. So having the right gut bacteria is linked to a ton of health benefits, including weight loss. That's the first. Improved digestion. And these two are kind of interchangeable. They're linked. Usually when we lose weight, we actually improve our digestion. And a lot of times, if we actually improve our digestion, we can lose weight. Other health benefits include enhanced immune function, which is so important right now in this state of global pandemic. At any point, it's really, especially as we enter the autumn season and winter, we really want to guard our body and we want to boost our immune function. And then probiotics also have other effects. We did a segment on acne, right? And that topic is really near and dear to my heart because I suffered with cystic acne so bad that if you saw pictures of me 15 years ago, you would not recognize me at all. I had to go through major treatments. And one of the things that really helped was the probiotics, all right? It could really help to clear out the skin and the sebum cells within or underneath the skin. It can also reduce the risk of many diseases. It can actually help with a lot of degenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. It can even help with sleep patterns and things like this. And in my coaching practice, I've really found that some people report that when they enjoy probiotics on a regular basis, it can really reduce belly bloat. And that's a common thing that people suffer from. It doesn't matter if you're skinny or overweight. It doesn't matter if you have good digestion or not. Sometimes we all feel a little bloated, and a daily or a weekly probiotic, either supplement or food form, can really help. It can do the trick.
Right. Okay. But if I don't want to take the supplement form, but rather find them in natural sources, what foods contain probiotics?
Okay, so yes, if you don't want to take the supplement form, which by the way, they are, again, I'll say very easy to find in case you decide to go that way,
Right.
they can also be found in certain foods that are prepared by bacterial fermentation. And bacterial fermentation is really a simple process. It's really just taking some strain of bacteria, literally like a probiotic capsule, and it's what is in the, it's basically the main ingredient in foods like yogurt, kefir, which is like a yogurt beverage, sauerkraut, like pickled cabbage, tempeh, which is fermented soy, and kimchi, which is Korean cabbage that's been fermented with lots of chilies and spices. All of these are natural food sources of probiotics. So right now, I actually am fermenting some yogurt right here. I've been fermenting it for 12 hours. I make a homemade batch of plant-based yogurt every single week. It's super simple. It's 4 ingredients. People don't even believe me when they taste it or when they read the recipe. It's so easy. And I'll just show you, here's my favorite way to get my daily kind of boost of probiotics. I take, instead of the supplements, I actually take it through my food. So I have a little yogurt in a bowl. I'm just going to add some hemp seeds, which I love for protein, and maybe some blueberries, which I'll throw right on.
Lovely.
Yum, right? And then like a banana, half a banana, whole banana.
Amazing.
And you can just enjoy this. This is not even a whole lot. It's maybe a half a cup or so.
Yeah.
And it's your daily boost of probiotics for the day. This is going to make you feel really good.
That's amazing. You know what? I'm going to have this every day because I normally have yogurt anyway, but I'll make sure that I've got the yogurt that contains probiotic and then add it on with my blueberries and banana. Brilliant. Thank you.
And I want to tell you, if you want the recipe, I want to just encourage you to try, right? If you guys want the recipe, if you're listening, and Dina, this is for you, you can check out this recipe for my homemade Greek style yogurt. It really just tastes like exactly like thick Greek yogurt. It's 4 ingredients, like I said, and it comes right from my monthly plant-based made easy cookbook. If you want to check that out, all you have to do is go to the link bit.ly/PBME. That's plant-based made easy cookbook, PBME cookbook, and you can download it right there. I have a full bunch of recipes for you. This is a month-long cookbook, including this yogurt that is jam-packed with probiotics. So check it out.
Well, you know what? I'm going to start from tonight. I'm going to go definitely to that link and find out how to create my own Greek yogurt, like you said. And I'm really looking forward to it. Is it 4? You said 4 ingredients. That's all it is.
4 ingredients. That's it.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, I'll tell you all about it next week then.
Great.
Brilliant. Thank you ever so much, Daniella. It's been great talking to you, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much.
I can't wait. Bye. Have a good day.